ko da ake cewa in je in yi wa Peter Obi mataimaki. Nace ni ban da matsala.
The NNPP presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, is hinting on a possible alliance with Mr. Peter Obi ahead of the 2027 general election. Kwankwaso in this interview said that he has no issue to deputize Mr. Peter Obi as long as certain conditions are met, but he did not state the terms of condition that he's talking about. But he equally went on to say that he's better than Peter Obi politically, he has a PhD, he's older than Peter Obi, he did well as a governor than Peter Obi, but then he is open to deputizing him as his vice president ahead of the 2027 general election. One thing I've noticed about the northern politicians is their arrogance. They feel like they are better than everyone else in this country politically. They feel like they should be given the first shot when it comes to politics in this country. And is this their arrogance that has kept Nigeria where it is today? They want to hold on to power at all costs. They always want to be at the national level at all costs. Even when they are qualified, they want to be chosen first. They want to occupy all the juicy position in this country, even when they are not qualified for such position. That is the kind of arrogance we are talking about. Before the 2015 presidential election, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was doing pretty well as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Under his tenure, Nigeria was rated the third fastest growing economy in the world, alongside China, India, and Dubai. Nigeria was the best economy in Africa. Though we're experiencing insecurity in times of the Boko Haram activities, but the country was stable, the economy was stable. The arrogance of the northern politicians came to the fore again. They felt so disgusted to see a southerner as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To them, they were the one that was supposed to be occupying that position, not a southerner. Not even Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who has an Igbo name, Ebele and Azikiwe, in his name. They felt it is time for him to leave, for the northerners to take over power. That's how they gang up against him, and they brought President Muhammadu Buhari as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar, this same Kwankwaso, they were very instrumental in making sure that Buhari became the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When Buhari became the president, they all left him, went back to PDP and tried to contest against him. These are the people that contributed in bringing APC to power. They brought APC to power, left APC, came back to PDP. Then the 2023 general election came on board. The election was an opportunity for them to correct the mistake they made in 2015. We have several presidential candidates. There is Atiku Abubakar, there is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is this Kwankwaso, there is Mr. Peter Obi. But among every one of them, it was obvious that Peter Obi was the best candidate among them all. Peter Obi has the qualification, Peter Obi has the competence, Peter Obi has the antecedent, Peter Obi has the charisma, Peter Obi has a people-centric leadership quality to lead Nigeria out of the quagmire. Peter Obi has the manifesto to lead Nigeria out of the woods. He was in PDP, and Nigerians went on the street and begged PDP to give Peter Obi the ticket. PDP felt that a Southeasterner do not have the clout to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A Southeasterner cannot pull the weight to defeat APC, and they gave it to Atiku Abubakar. According to them, Atiku Abubakar has block vote, and the vote of President Muhammadu Buhari will definitely come to Atiku Abubakar. They did not see a Southeasterner like Mr. Peter Obi pulling weight at the national level. They disregarded him, disrespected him, asked him to leave the party if he cannot contest with other presidential candidates. Peter Obi has no problem contesting with them, but the problem of PDP was the dollarization of their party primaries. Peter Obi left the PDP, went to Labour Party, a party that was relatively unknown, a party with no structure on ground. That was the party that Peter Obi intended to contest as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then the merger came up again. They were talking about Kwankwaso merging with Mr. Peter Obi. Kwankwaso made a statement that Peter Obi is an Igbo man, and as an Igbo man, Peter Obi cannot win election in Nigeria. Peter Obi is not qualified to be president. That was a statement he made. He said Peter Obi is a regional candidate, while him, Kwankwaso, is a national candidate. He boasted that he has more clout, more popularity than Mr. Peter Obi. Therefore, he can never become a vice president to Mr. Peter Obi. He asked Mr. Peter Obi to collapse his structure and support him in NNPP to become the president, while Mr. Peter Obi will become the vice president. They all contested that election separately, and when the results came out, despite the rigging, Despite the disenfranchisement, despite the intimidation, Peter Obi came third with 6+ million of votes. Kwankwaso got just 1.4 million votes. Majority of that vote was secure in Kano State. Kano State is Kwankwaso's stronghold. It is a state that he was a governor for 2 terms. It is the same state that his party NNPP won the gubernatorial election. The 2023 general election shows that Kwankwaso is the regional candidate, while Mr. Peter Obi is the national candidate. It exposes Kwankwaso that he is not popular. Aside of Kano State, he does not have the political clout to pull weight in a national election. And then he's now coming around saying that he can deputize to Mr. Peter Obi. Before the 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi was not taken very serious on the national scheme of things. They did not believe he could pull off what he did in 2023. They did not believe that he could use a party like the Labour Party to get 6 million+ votes after joining them just barely 6 months to the election. They did not believe that a Southeasterner could be this popular in the national stage. Every one of them, they are now seeing Mr. Peter Obi as a creme de la creme of Nigerian politics. They are now saying that for them to win a national election, Mr. Peter Obi has to be in their camp. Of course, Peter Obi leaving the PDP is a very huge blow to the PDP. If Peter Obi was still in the PDP and contested that election alongside Atiku Abubakar, PDP would have won that election. Bola Ahmed Tinubu would not have become the president. This is what is glaring to every one of them. That is the reason why you are seeing every one of them is mentioning Mr. Peter Obi for a possible merger. PDP have said that they want to bring Mr. Peter Obi back to the PDP. And now Kwankwaso is saying that he can deputize to Mr. Peter Obi. What happened to him saying that Peter Obi is a regional candidate? What happened to him saying that he is the national candidate? What happened to him saying that he's a better candidate than Mr. Peter Obi? What happened to him saying that he has more popularity than Mr. Peter Obi? Every one of them has been exposed. The 2023 general election even exposed that they do not even have that margin to produce a president the way we all view it. Well, a very clear message to Mr. Kwankwaso: Peter Obi does not need him. Dati Baba Ahmed is best and the rightful person for Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi does not need an arrogant, boastful local regional candidate like Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso does not have the political clout to win an election with Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi is the best presidential candidate in this country right now. Maybe they are feeling that Peter Obi needs the North to win the election. That's not true. Peter Obi does not need the North to win the election. He did it in 2023. If not for the connivance of INEC and the judiciary, Peter Obi would have become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. He does not need the northern vote to become the president. Of course, when I'm talking about the North, I am talking about the Northwest. This is the conservative core North. The Northwest is fanatical. This region is loyal to their tradition. They are loyal to their religion. They will not vote for anybody that is not a Muslim. Peter Obi does not need them. The vote from the North Central, this region is liberal. They want a better country. They want a better Nigeria. They are not conservative like the Northwestern region. And of course, when you check the results from the North Central, you can see that Peter Obi did pretty well in this region. We're talking about the North Central that Peter Obi won in Plateau State, won in Nasarawa State, and got significant votes in other states in the North Central. Even in the Northeast, Peter Obi got significant vote in the Northeast. In Kaduna State, that is a core Northwestern state, Peter Obi got chunk of vote in Kaduna State. The performance of Peter Obi in the northern states came as a shock to everybody. No one believed that Peter Obi is going to pull the magic and surprise he did in the northern state. Of course, he has proven his mettle. Now every one of them wants him to come and contest with him. Unfortunately for them, Peter Obi is not interested right now. Peter Obi is interested in building the Labour Party. He currently has a structure of the Labour Party at hand, and he wants to restructure that party to become the best political party in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. Peter Obi is focused on ensuring that Labour Party win the national election in 2027. Peter Obi is ensuring that Labour Party conduct the best convention in this country. He is not interested in any merger. He has told them, I am not interested in your merger, because what they want to do is state capture. Peter Obi is not interested in state capture. What Peter Obi wants to do is to see Nigeria work. These people are just political jobbers. They keep moving from one place to another, seeking for the person with the political clout to help them win an election. Peter Obi is not interested in it. If they want to take power away from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then they need to join hands with Mr. Peter Obi, push him to become the president. Aside being someone from the southeast who, by equity, fairness and justice, should produce the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Peter Obi is competent. Peter Obi is the best man for the job. He is who Nigeria needs at this moment. Nigeria needs someone that is frugal. Nigeria needs someone that will manage her resources. Nigeria do not need an extravagant spender just like they have in Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The reason why Nigeria is going through what Nigeria is going through today is because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a wasteful spender. Everything that Tinubu has been wasting Nigeria resources on, Peter Obi will never do that. Peter Obi will ensure that he managed the resources very well. If Peter Obi was sworn in as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on May 29, 2023, Nigeria would not be in this situation that we are today. Nigeria would have been better off than it was when President Muhammadu Buhari handed over power. But the mistake has already been made, and we need to correct that mistake in 2027. We know that APC Tinubu will do everything possible to ensure that they rig the election, but we must resist them. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.